A response to the book From the Ashes by Jesse Thistle. My lessons learned about the deep roots of intergenerational trauma through the voice of Jesse Thistle himself.
From an Indigenous perspective, our homelessness is really about a disconnection from healthy relationships over time due to colonial interruption. Tore my family apart when I was young, and that was a personal trauma for me that I carried in through my addiction. So there's a long line of it. I use my life story as a way to show how that disconnection affects real people like me, and how reconnecting people back into the web of all my relations can help solve Indigenous homelessness on the ground.
All these things would manifest later in my life when, I myself turn into a criminal later in my, a young adult life. Idea of not really knowing who I was as an Indigenous person was so deep-seated that it became very, very destructive and led to some experimentations with drugs and whatnot. So me using was a way to escape all that. It was a way to numb not knowing who I was as an Indigenous person. It was kind of like my everything balm, just like over all my issues that I had, over all my problems, I just retreated into addiction.
Addictions, homelessness, loneliness, loss of identity, they were your real elders. They taught you how important love is, how important family are, how important food and shelter are. And you got to see the stars and moon in ways that most today will never take the time to see them in all their splendor and beauty. That sometimes we go through rough times to learn valuable teachings so we can go on and share them with others.
And so when I looked at the longer history of my people, I became really proud. I also understood my parents' actions, why they let us go. I understood what intergenerational trauma was and how it affected me. I was like the last scene in that movie of my family's history, and all that chaos that I saw at the end that didn't make sense until I saw the rest of the movie before it. And she just gave me a perspective of who I was as a Métis Cree person.